I get rid of this part more? Oh, we are live, 8 seconds in. This is our second live. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't watched us before, we are in Alaska. Right now we're out in the middle of nowhere, just hanging out with each other. So figuring out how to do this, Jim is signing into his phone. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Jim's signing into his phone right now so he can see the comments and what you have to say, and we will do everything possible to talk to everybody who pops in tonight. Terry, it's good to see you. Haven't thought of a better way to do this because we're new to this. Is that working? Okay. So I keep playing. So it pops up there, so I'm gonna be like, hey. Hi, Gerard. Hi, how's it going? Hi, guys.
Hey, Sandra, how's it going?
James, hi. Hello to Perth. So I've been doing my research on Perth, by the way. And looking it up and hoping to go there. We were planning, we're doing good. We were planning to go to Australia with van trekking we spent a couple days talking to them about it, and then the wildfires hit. What if we found out about Perth? That it's beautiful. I've actually been watching Russell Brand and some of his views on what's going on in the world right now. Not sure your thoughts on him, but they're interesting.
Melissa says, hello from St. Louis.
Hello, Melissa from St. Louis. How's it going? If you're just joining us and you're wondering, I don't think you can see behind us right now, but we are in the middle of nowhere in Alaska, and we are...
Well, not so the middle of nowhere. You watched our video last week, you see where we're at.
Which is pretty much the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. But they know where we're at.
That's why I said if you're just now joining us and you haven't seen us before, we are in Alaska, we're in our van, and we are literally in the middle of nowhere.
Nick says, what's up?
What's up, Nick?
Nick, how are you?
Self-isolating.
Pirate van.
Yeah. Hi, Nick. We miss you. We actually didn't get to say goodbye to you, Nick. I keep telling Jim that. I was like, I didn't even get an official goodbye to Nick when he came up and saw us. It's like he just took off.
I know. We went to turn on to Hatcher's Pass and we watched him drive by.
Yeah, but he was like, hi, bye, Nick. So I was wondering where you are. So you're out in Arizona. I've been watching Instagram and looking at your pictures, and I don't think you ever actually say where you're at. We had a good time with Nick this summer. What's his?
Overland Pirate Van.
Overland Pirate Van on Instagram, but he was Black Pearl Travato before, and he is in a Travato traveling around the U.S. right now.
Melissa, it's about as perfect as you can get.
So I don't know what your...
Middle of nowhere, Alaska sounds perfect.
Oh, it is perfect right now.
So we're a little bit early. We just wanted to pop on before the time that we scheduled to be on.
Well, to be honest, we were sitting here trying to figure out like how to do a better picture than on the live we did last time, where it was just sort of looking at Jim like he was some creeper, because it said something like live from Boondocks. So we were trying to make a better picture in the beginning, so that didn't take as long as we thought it would. Here we are.
How's the sound?
Yeah, can you guys hear us? This time we put it on a tripod so I don't have to hold it out. I don't really talk very loud, so I want to make sure that you can hear us. Hi, Missouri.
Nick said it sounds good.
Thank you, Nick. James, how are you doing in Perth? How is it in your end of the world? I don't know what pops up first, what I see on the phone or what we see on that phone. We'll do our best to.
Yeah, there's a little, like, 5-second delay.
Sunny outside. I'm jealous.
It was sunny earlier.
Yeah, it was actually sun shining about a half hour before we started this. There's a snowstorm rolling in right now. So James, one of the things that we looked into with traveling to Perth was Ember. And then we realized that she would have to be quarantined if we brought her with us. Actually not to Perth, to Australia. And then when we started talking to you, I was looking at pictures of Perth. And you live in a very beautiful place.
Any more snow?
We had a little bit of snow the past couple of days. Today was 40 degrees and it melted, and it looks like more is coming in. I think it's gonna be 20 tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're supposed to get snow today and then possibly tomorrow, and then it's supposed to get sunshiny and up above 35, 40 for the next 7 days, which is pretty dang warm.
Yeah, spring is here. I think the first day of spring or summer was supposed to be spring. It was supposed to be yesterday, the day before. I've lost track of time. What? Okay, so James just said he can't get his brother to come because he's afraid of all the animals that will kill you in Perth.
Don't come to Alaska.
So, yeah. James knows Alaska well.
Roaming 50 said, "Hello again. Is this going to become a regular Friday deal?"
There's nothing regular about us.
The problem for us is it depends on where we're at, and if we have cell service that's decent, it's hard to say.
Yeah. We just sort of, like you guys saw last time, we fly by the seat of our pants, and today we were driving around and we thought, hey, let's go live. I was like, maybe this time we should actually tell people we're going to do it.
Nick said, "Hopefully it won't be 90 degrees and smoky up there this summer." We hope so too.
Hopefully everybody can get up here this summer.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that's on right now? And I can't even see how many people are on.
9.
Are any of you planning on coming up to Alaska this summer? We'll probably ask that again. Hi, JP. We were excited to see you.
Hey, JP.
Melissa, I hope you guys can make it too. We were hoping to actually leave in May. It's day by day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were hoping to go down to the lower 48 in May, but I don't think, early May, so I don't think that's going to happen at this point. It's hard to say, though.
Yeah, we're going through a lot.
Terry said, "I'm still aiming to get up there if they open the borders and I can travel. Would like to get up there to start looking for a house before long."
Nice. Yeah. What part of Alaska are you thinking about getting a house, Terry? Yeah. Opening
James
the borders.
said, "Not unless they open the border."
Yeah. Which I wouldn't want them to. We're just happy right here, right now.
Yeah, so the border is officially supposed to close tonight at midnight.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long that we're kind of isolated from, so to speak, right?
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Supposedly Anchorage started a lockdown
Tonight.
about, just a little while ago. The mayor announced it, so. From Tackett.
Why are you hitting me in the comments? You can take a sip out of your drink. How is air travel to Alaska? Most people fly to get there. Ooh, Nick, that's a loaded question. Yes, most people fly to get to Alaska and out of Alaska. Right now, people are allowed to fly in and out of Alaska freely, as far as I know. Hopefully, within the next day or so, they actually come up and do essential travel only. Last time we talked to you guys, Alaska had 1 case, and today we have 13 confirmed cases. So they're in the villages or in the remote areas. So I'll let you say it about shutting down air travel.
All right. You know, it needs to happen to protect people. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we would understand if it does, just from the protection piece. With 13 cases, several of those are in Anchorage, several in Fairbanks. They've got one in Seward now, Ketchikan, and I think that's about it. So right now it's not in the villages, which is good. Hopefully it stays that way.
However,
Terry said he hopes to go to Palmer or somewhere south of
yeah, that's a really good place to be right now, Terry's. Palmer, Wasilla, Sutton is a great place, which is just about 20 miles away from where we're at right now. We did come here to be positive and have fun, so we also want to be able to just talk about what's going on as well.
JP says he's feeling better already. When you come down, we'll take you guys fishing or in Beverly Hills area, or just a barbecue on Coronado Beach.
Did you just say you were going to take us fishing in the Beverly Hills area? Is that what I heard?
Spago? I don't know what that means.
Spago?
Beverly Hills.
Spago? I'm cool with barbecuing on the beach.
I'll go fishing.
Yeah. We do both. Fishing in San Diego.
James said over there too, his daughter works at a pub and they told her not to come in until further notice. Yeah, our bars and restaurants up here for statewide have been locked down for a few days now, so there is no going out to eat. There are no bars open.
Cheers.
Well, we have an open bar.
I hope you have one too at home. I kind of want to show you before it gets dark. Come with me. Right over here is a snowstorm that's coming. So tonight we'll get snow. And this is exactly why we're out here. Okay, let's go back in. I know Jim has all the questions. Say hi, Amber.
Roaming 50, yes, of course, we are still going to travel. We'll actually head to Glen Allen tomorrow to stock up on some groceries, and that's where we'll shoot our video for this weekend.
Sorry guys, I gotta fix this. We're traveling, but we're social distancing at the same time. We are not coming in contact with people. We actually are not even coming in contact with each other. If you're on here and you know why. I haven't had a kiss in about a week. No hugs. I mean, technically we aren't 6 feet away from each other, but we're just not, you know.
Look, Ember. Look. Oh, I can't see her.
There she is.
There she is. Yeah, Nick, she's been flying, so we gotta keep our space.
If that doesn't make sense to you, so anytime I leave the state, when I come back, I am technically, right now, I am quarantined. I just got back a few days ago, so I have not had contact with the public. And then I get to go fly again, and then come back and be quarantined from everybody, my family, my friends. Jim is hanging out with me, but I take my temperature twice a day. It's a mess.
Have a great night, Linda.
Bye, Linda. Thanks for stopping in. And you guys, if you're watching, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because that helps us a lot. Hit the thumbs up button. Keep saying hi.
JP, Ember just sniffs. She doesn't lick.
She's been trained well not to lick. Mountain towns have been hit hard. Yeah. I bet. You can go there, you just can't get anything while you're there, right? Or, let me ask you, Roaming 50, can you even go there? I know that a lot of places in California and other places, the public areas have been shut down. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up button. It's going up.
So a lot of the towns up here in Alaska are limiting people's access to things too, right now, just so to prevent themselves from having the spread. So it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
It's the new normal, I guess.
So no, I don't know.
JP said, Cynthia, but the planes are not full. It's been bad weather here. I've been inside for many days. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, unfortunately, the planes coming to Alaska are full. Completely full.
Nick said, my small hometown of Beaufort, North Carolina just got its first case. A local returning home from travel. Yeah, so the majority of our cases have all been travel related. It's been from people flying home from being on vacation in the lower 48. So that's why we're kind of in favor, so to speak, of air travel stopping for a little while. Just because that's where all of it's coming from. Terry said, not asking you what you do for a living, but they are still forcing you to fly with all that is going on right now.
I wouldn't call it forcing. I have a job to do, and I have bills to pay, and I also have a mission. So it's not forcing, but they have definitely taken precautions to protect us. We are first responders and we are frontline employees, and I can choose to take time off without pay. They're not forcing us to work, but people do have to get people. We have to get people from point A to point B safely and securely, and we're doing that right now. Is that a good political answer?
Sandra said she's highly discouraging any visitors to our mountain town. Don't blame me, Sandra, at this point.
Yeah, I think that this will really change the RV industry in the summer if it continues to go on, but hopefully in the next few months we're not going to have to worry about it. Anyway, let's talk about something else.
JP said tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day here.
Yay.
Then the weather bad again, and then summer will come.
Yes.
So here, tomorrow's supposed to be snowy for us. We'll see if this storm actually hits us or not. And then Sunday is supposed to be sunshine and 40 degrees. So same with us. It's supposed to get really nice.
James, that was nice of you to say hi to JP. I'm seeing things. He's seeing things. Again, this is only our second time that we've done live. We haven't planned out what we're going to say.
James said we have 64 cases here in Perth.
Wow.
Terry asked. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Terry asked, any idea why
You
there
see, I
are
have to think before I speak.
any idea why there are so many coming to Alaska right now? Yes, Terry. So the Iditarod is just coming to an end. So a lot of tourists were trying to come up here to go up and watch the end of the Iditarod. Luckily, it's coming to an end now. But we also were in spring break. So a lot of our locals went down to the States for spring break, and they're just now coming back. So that's also impacting us.
And then I'll give you my answer because I'm on the front lines. A lot of college students are having to return from their campuses because they're being sent home and their dorms are being closed. Also, a lot of businesses such as fisheries are opening for the summer, so a lot of people are coming up here to work for the summer. When Vegas was shut down, one of my flights was full because a lot of people were in Vegas visiting and they were all returning home.
Roman said, I'm still working right now, so gotta go. Still safe and keep to the water.
If you guys haven't checked out Roaming 50, you gotta check him out. He's on YouTube. He's also on Instagram. He's a really cool guy. He's a Revel as well. So we're sitting here in our Winnebago Revel, just chilling, hanging out with you guys for a little bit.
Melissa asked, any fun winter, spring van trips planned? And we did have some planned.
Yeah.
And she asked Denali again, perhaps, well, if the current situation continues, then yeah, we probably would go back to Denali.
I want to go back to Denali. In fact, in the past couple days, I kind of wanted to go there, back to Riley Creek and that area. If you're coming to Alaska this summer, just know that Riley Creek Campground, it will be at, I think it's shut down by 20% because they have some construction, and that's the only campground that's in Denali. So right now, if you are planning on coming and you haven't made a reservation and you think that everything's going to get better, make sure that you make a reservation because Riley Creek is already hard to get into in the summer. And now they're going to shut it down by 20% because of construction.
Well, this is the first campground in Denali. There's two others.
Yeah.
So there's two others that are actually inside the park.
It's the
and
big
then
one.
there's Riley Creek,
Yeah,
which is at the entrance.
Riley Creek is our favorite. He's reading your comments right now.
JP said, we feel good just sharing. Thanks, James and Cynthia. We can now get back to our night and feel like we're not alone. We are van travel lovers. Guess that's why we originally came.
Absolutely. We like being able to share this with you. In fact, we want to share positivity and kindness and fun during all this and reach out to all of you. Because positivity, kindness, and good thoughts are contagious too.
James said, are you worried about breakup and all that snow melting causing flooding? Every year, it seems like it's hit and miss whether we have flooding up here or not. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But it's slowly melting already. So even since last weekend, it's gone down a little bit with the snowfall. So it's just slowly disappearing.
We didn't get a huge amount of snow. this year. So I think that will be fun.
Normally when the flooding occurs up here, it's because of the breaking of the ice on the rivers, and then they'll cause ice dams.
Something about Owen and Lynn.
Nick said, I recently heard from Owen and Lynn. They are going stir crazy. Wish they could join in the live chat, but it's almost midnight where they are.
Yeah. We are doing this a little bit late. We've just had so much going on that this was just the time to take a break. I think, just so you know, I think that we're going to do this tomorrow as well during the day, because we plan on being out here for a couple of days, and just checking in with everybody and having you check in with us, because talking to you guys helps us a lot as well. There's a lot that we are going through behind the scenes too.
Sandra said, did I recall correctly that you have a new mod in the van?
We do.
Yes, but we can't show it to you yet.
That will be coming in our 12-month review of the Winnebago Revel. It's a secret.
Mario said, smile please, you really don't seem very comfortable.
Okay, Mario, this is our second time live, so I'm trying to smile. I am not comfortable live. He's the one that's comfortable live. Me, not so much.
Not fun.
But thank you, Mario. I really needed that reminder. This is all new to me.
JP asked, do you guys snow machine around? Also, have you ever traveled to Banff, Victoria Island, or Nelson, BC?
Okay. Snow machining. I grew up snow machining, grew up spending half my life on snow machines, and they're fun. They seem like work to me now. They're expensive. There's a short period of time of the season that you can use them. I absolutely love snow machining. But no, we do not.
We have motorcycles, not snow machines. Have we ever traveled to Banff? Yes, we did this past summer. And we actually have a video on that, I think.
Yeah, it was actually snowing when we were in Banff, because it really wasn't summer, it was spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give us a minute, we'll loosen up.
It was about 15 days from where we are right now. We were in Banff last year.
Yeah.
Because we've only got like 2 weeks until we hit our 1 year now.
Woo,
2.5
woo,
weeks, something like that.
Can you believe it's been 1 year, you guys? Sure can't.
James says, it's a good time for me. It's only 11:47 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a good time for us too.
Waking up and having your coffee with us. But yeah, Owen and Lynn from Van Trekking probably sound asleep.
Sandra said, that is a big tease. Yep. It's gotta wait.
It has to wait. It's a good one though. But Sandra, are you in our group on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you might have an idea. That's the only hint I'm going to give you.
James asked, have you decided on a trailer to transport your bikes with?
That one.
I wish you know what, we might pop that in one of our future videos and just cut out all the sound. I think that would work.
I think so too.
Because we found one that we really, really are interested in. We don't know how much it costs. We don't know where to get it. We just know that it exists.
I think that once I see the price tag on it, I might be a little bit bummed out. But we'll see.
Next 1 year, congrats. My 3 years coming up. Holy crap.
3 years, Nick? Are you kidding me? Wow. So, Nick, how has it been for you?
How's your van holding up since you went down south? JP said, what about Nelson, BC or Victoria? I don't think we went to either of those yet.
I have been to Nelson and Victoria, but not in the van.
Yeah.
Is Fort Nelson, you mean?
I think so.
We went to Fort Nelson.
Did we go to Fort Nelson?
We did this whole ridiculous thing of filming as we came up from Canada, and again, we had no idea that we were going to do YouTube. We just sort of filmed it as we went along, and it was fun. Looking back on it is entertaining.
Sandra said, yes, in Facebook. Now I will need to do some research. We haven't showed it in our event.
Not yet. Others have.
James said, Nick, have you made any interesting mods to your van? Nick has a lot of interesting mods in his van. Some of them didn't work so well while he was up here, but I'll let him talk about them because maybe they've improved. JP said, I owned a Fat Boy Harley. Melissa said, have a good night. Thanks for coming on live. It was good to see you guys. Cynthia, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Melissa.
What are you doing?
I'll be back.
You want to take it out there and show them? Do you guys want to go outside and see? Let's see here. Okay, so this is Jim's phone, and we have my phone up here. Oh, okay, hold on. Nick, are you still, I'm trying to figure out how to word this, are you still traveling with the Revel? The Travato and the Revel together? If you don't want to answer that, that's okay. Okay. Mario, thank you. If you come to Alaska, you have to let us know. Wow, this is going to be awkward. Well, let's go outside. Now come, Ember. Come on. Rolling solo, Nick. I get it. The Bolt. There's things I like about the Bolt. Definitely depends on where you live. We've only seen it in videos, but I like the extended wheelbase. And sorry, I'm distracted. Every time I come out here, I want to look for animals. We saw some tracks of moose, but I'm not seeing any. It's kind of cold. It's about 20 with the wind. I'm afraid to say wind chill because I got a little bit torn up for saying that, but you guys know what wind chill is, right? And there's this whole argument between people in Minnesota and Alaska as to what real wind chill is, but wind chill is wind chill. It's not that bad. Pretty soon, all of this will be green. And in the fall, this is really good berry picking as well. What are you doing? He thinks it's cold. I'm good. Okay, we'll go back outside if you tell us to go outside. We are going to light a fire in a little bit. Amber, go inside. We also have to cook dinner. Here. Jim kind of failed on me today, though. I asked for a couple things the last time he went to the store because I cannot go to the store right now. Um, he didn't get it. Uh-oh. That was close. Okay, we're back live. We had 4 seconds. I hit the wrong button. What's for dinner? It's this shrimp and Cajun sausage with vegetables. But I'm doing this low carb thing, not like hardcore, but I've cut back on carbs a little bit. And I asked Jim to get me some popcorn this past week, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I just wanted something. Popcorn, beef jerky, pepperoni sticks. And he forgot. So I don't have any snacks. Anyway, the octopus boots, those will come out when it starts to get a lot more slushy. Those are my extra toughs, and they're not exactly this type of weather warm. Wait, how'd you know I didn't have octopus boots on?
Nick said, not currently rolling solo.
That was like 5 minutes ago, babe.
Oh, have you answered all those already?
I talked to him a little bit about it. Damn it, Jim, right? Nick, he's failing.
I know, Nick.
Do you know what I ate today? A piece of squash. That's it.
She says she texted me, but I
Oh.
just got the recipe of what we're cooking today.
Let's look. Let's prove this. Okay, let's see what I texted him. Photos. Nope, text. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Ha!
No, that's not what came across. All that came across was this. That screen right there.
Well, you get 2 screens, right? Like a recipe and then a list.
That's all I got.
So that, then you go like this. Oh, look, there's a list.
I just looked at the recipe in the list, and I got the stuff on the bottom of the list.
So he didn't get eggs. So, yeah, he saw this and saw that, but he still didn't even get, he got hard seltzers and a box of wine. He didn't get eggs and a bag of salad. Whatever, I'll survive.
James said, don't you know to keep a happy marriage, Jim, just say, yes, dear, because you'll never win.
Next time, dear. If I could go to the store, which I usually do the shopping all by myself, but...
We'll go through town tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going in, so tomorrow we're going into Glen Allen, and it's a really small town, and hopefully they have what I'm looking for.
So we'll stop at the gas station there. We'll pick up what we need.
Pick up what we need at a gas station. We are true Alaskans.
It's a corner, like, mart thing. It's where we always get our fancy food.
Maybe the Thai food place will be open.
And then we'll go from there and go somewhere different for our video tomorrow.
Hi, Doug. Did we solve the deaf freezing issue? We have a solution to the deaf freezing issue. Did we solve it? No.
Not yet. Because we spent that money on something else.
Yeah. You'll have to wait to see what that was, but also it required us to be for 2 weeks without our van. Alaska Tent and Tarp offered us a solution to the problem, and it was a little bit out of our price range, and we have not been in minus 40-degree weather since, but it is definitely something that we want to work on.
We will probably get it done sometime this summer, I would expect.
Yeah. Well, everything is so up in the air right now.
But yes, we have a solution to it. We plan to do it. We just haven't needed to yet, so it hasn't been a high priority because we were working on something else.
We need some light. Ooh. Better. Yay. I can see you better. Have you ever been to Gwynny's Old Alaska? Oh, yes, James. We used to go there quite a bit, especially after a long night at Chilkoot Charlie's. It was Chilkoot's and then Gwynny's. Have not been there in about 2 years. Yeah?
Yeah, it's probably been about that. Gwenny's is fantastic food, though.
Gwenny's for Bloody Marys in the morning after a rough night.
Nick said Thai food in Alaska.
Nick, come on. Glen Ellen and Fairbanks have the best Thai food in Alaska.
You didn't eat Thai food while you were up here?
Alaska has the best Thai food ever. Believe me, I've been all over the place, and for some reason, up here in Alaska, unless, you know, of course you're in Thailand, Alaska has the best Thai food. But I think it's kind of a thing. No matter where you go, it's like, oh, they have the best Thai food here. Let's say you're in San Diego. Oh, you got to go here for the best Thai food. The best Thai food I have found is in Glen Ellen, Alaska.
JP says, you know it's boring in quarantine when death is a topic we can't wait to hear about.
I know. Yeah. Death has not frozen. We have not been in that extreme temperature since. And we have a solution.
And we'll share the solution with everyone once we finally decide to give up the van and get it done. But so one thing we didn't mention was so last week when we had the van in the shop and we were posting all our memory videos, we didn't talk about our service in our last video. The service was kind of expensive, and that wasn't a cheap ordeal either.
We went into it knowing that the Mercedes Sprinter was going to be expensive for service, though.
Yeah, but
how much was it? Before you guys ask, I'm going to ask him because I don't even know.
so it was $872 for our A service, which took them about 5 hours to complete.
What does A service include?
Oil change and fuel filter change, and they checked our fluids, which I had already had full because I always maintain my fluids, but
Is that something we could do ourselves?
no, not under warranty.
I'm glad you guys are here with us, though. Thank you so much.
Yes, James, at Gwenny's, they do provide a lot of food. It's a huge plate of food.
James, have you? Yeah. Gwenny's has a lot of food. It's huge. Good Bloody Marys.
James asked, how often do you have to fill up the DEF? I want to say it's about 1,000 miles.
Yep.
So we basically run our DEF down to half a tank, and then that's when we decide to fill it back up. So we don't let it go below half a tank, but right at half a tank, which is about 1,000 miles. Last time James was at Gwenny's was October of 2012. Yep.
It's changed a little.
Yeah, it's not quite the same as it used to be.
I think it has different owners because it's not as clean as it used to be. What's beeping?
James said, if it keeps you safe when driving, it's worth it. Yes, we agree. It is worth doing the DEF tank, and we will definitely do it before next winter because next winter we want to do the things that we failed to do this winter. Doug said, have you had any more dust getting in the van from the rocker panels? Well, so far we have not had any more dust getting in the van, and I don't know if that's because it's wintertime and we have snow everywhere, so hopefully it actually did work. I'm assuming it did, but we'll know this summer.
When we insulated it, yeah.
Yeah,
We filled a gap.
once we insulated everything, and I'm hoping that we've solved the issue, but we just haven't. It's been winter, so who knows?
You know what would be really cool right now is if a moose just came out, or a wolf, or a fox, or even a rabbit. We're parked next to this frozen stream, river, and they like to go down into it. You can see the footprints, and there's a bank, and what do you call it? Like an over, the bank that goes over. There's a little, like, not cave, but you can see where the animals have been hiding out in there. Today we saw a couple of moose just hunkered down in the snow. It was pretty cool to see.
JP said, even though we are homebound, we are not hurting like so many are in this world. I had fever, nose throat last year, and lung scientists. Why I'm total quarantine, no girlfriend, no one allowed in. So bless you.
I got half of that. I didn't read it. It's really hard for people to be stuck in their homes right now. JP, are you even allowed? You're allowed to go to the store and stuff in California, right? Not being able to go to restaurants and movies and do the fun stuff, but you can still get out and take walks, and that's what we kind of want to encourage people, is to get out and do stuff as much as you can. Go for a drive, go for a walk, go for a run. I can imagine how it is in California right now.
James said, what, Jim isn't good company? Jim, make some animal noises. Oh.
I like to see animals. He is an animal, by the way, but stop making noises because I have to stay away from you. Stop making mating calls. You know, it really has sucked that we have not been able to, you know, be close to each other. But yeah. But Ember gets all the love. You know how jealous I am? You know, she gets all the loves and pets. It doesn't really make sense, though, you know, if it doesn't make sense at all.
Come here. Come here. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. James said, it's good to see you laugh.
That's what we're hoping for. Just some laughs.
Sandra said, groceries can pick up food at restaurants. You know, yeah, definitely if you have the opportunity to support your local restaurants, that would be fantastic. They're all hurting too. So those that are actually offering pickup service, there's a reason they're offering pickup service. So always support your locals.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so James might appreciate this. Moose's Tooth is a bar and grill here, and they can't refill growlers, like people's personal growlers. So they did this promotion throughout the whole week where you could go in and pick up a growler for $5. That was pretty cool for them to do for everybody, and it helped support their business. I didn't get any growlers.
JP, definitely don't go around people so that you end up getting sick.
Yeah, we're stocked up. Hopefully you're stocked up as well, but I know it really sucks. We can't be around people, but we can watch videos, we can learn something new, we can take online classes. I have been spending a lot of time on TED Talks.
James, no, you got that wrong. He said, I think you mentioned that Amber is your dog.
Amber?
Amber is your dog, and it took Jim a while before she accepted him.
No.
Other way around.
Tim.
So Tim.
Different person.
It took her a while to accept Tim, not me.
Yeah, Ember is absolutely Jim's dog. We got her when we were together. She wants very little to do with me when Jim is around. When he's not around, she kind of likes me, but it's that whole alpha female thing.
Yeah, she's my baby. Are you still happy with the Revel? Would you change anything if you could?
Oh, that's a really good question. I personally am incredibly happy with it, and we've changed the things that so far that I've wanted to change. The mattress was not adequate for me to be spending 2 to 3 weeks at a time sleeping on that 3-inch thing. It's okay for the weekend, but I had to change the mattress. That was one of the first things I did. I would like in-floor heating, which is just like, dream worthy, but I think that that's just not even, what's the word for it? It's not even
Worth doing.
practical is the word I'm looking for. Space-wise, we're doing great with it, and if there was anything, you guys, I saw the 2021 Revel. There's a video out there on the 2021. If you haven't had the chance to go look at it, do so. It's on YouTube, so if you're interested in the van or the Revel itself, there's a 2021 video. I have no idea how they were able to actually see something that we didn't even know existed yet, but it had a sink that was just glorious. It also had the refrigerator in a different position. If I was to change the position of the refrigerator where they have it in the 2021 Revel, it's really nice.
I like the lithium battery system and everything being, like all the water tanks and stuff are on the inside, so I like that aspect.
But in terms of our Revel, if there was anything to change, right now it's storage solutions, to give you a hint. And that's what we plan on changing.
And that'll be in our upcoming videos.
Yeah.
Nick said, "Good night, guys. Be safe." Good night, Nick.
Nick, it was
We
nice
miss
to hear
you.
from
We
you.
seriously miss you.
Yeah. Stop by again and say hi.
JP said, "How old is Ember? And is she a lab mix?" No, she's not a lab mix. She's full-blooded, pure-blood fox red lab, and she is 5 years old right now.
Yep. She's a purebred lab. So if you did miss our video where I kind of talked about her, so Jim crashed his drone, and I had no idea what else to say, so I kind of went for a walk with Ember and started talking about her. She is a purebred lab. She's a redhead, which makes her rare. Not a whole lot of labs out there like Ember with her color. And she's 5, and she still acts like she's like 5 months old.
It's Ember.
Ember, E-M, like a
Like
fire.
a fire.
Yeah. And some people call her Amber. We don't usually correct it. It's just she's like an ember. When we first saw her as a puppy, we thought of fire, and she's definitely a little piece of fire. You guys, you want to know what I'm drinking? It's kind of funny. So we do be very careful, or we stay very careful about what we show on YouTube, but I like hard seltzers, and they make a Corona hard seltzer. This is Corona hard seltzer. So cheers. I hope that you open a drink and you'll join us. I know that, James, it's a little bit early there for you, but it's noon, right?
I'm getting covered in here. Okay. James asks, "Does it have alcohol?"
Hard seltzer? Yeah, a little bit. Not a whole lot. Let me look.
F&T said, "Oh God, not Corona."
So James, it's 4.5%, so not a whole lot, but yeah, so Jim thought he was funny when I sent him to the store to get, the stuff that I want, like cheese and pepperoni sticks and snacks. He got Corona hard seltzer and a boxed wine, a Boda box of wine. I guess he got the necessities.
James said, "Anytime past 11 is good." Sandra says, "Signing off. Can't wait for the 1-year review." Good night. Good night, Sandra.
Thank you for coming in. F&T, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it when you share your comments with us on the videos. I love talking to you guys.
James says he drinks Captain Morgan and Coke.
Whew. Depends on the day. I like Woodford. Woodford Reserve.
Doug said, really enjoy your videos. Thanks and stay safe.
Bye, Doug.
JP said, I love labs. You would love this one. She's a little firecracker.
Yeah.
Spoiled rotten. James says, I was military trained, so we weren't allowed to drink until after 11. Well, I don't know about that, James. I was in the military too, and it wasn't after 11.
Nobody just knew about it.
What did I do in the military? So I worked military police. I did traffic. I did investigations. I did SWAT or SRT. And then I went counter sniper, and I had an opportunity to work with Secret Service for a little bit, doing counter sniper with President Bush. So that was kind of a cool thing in my life. It's a lot of fun. I had a good time. James says, depends what shift you were on. Yeah, it does depend on what shift you were on. But I liked working the night shift because of the places that I was stationed, so.
Also, what was going on in the world while he was doing it.
Yep.
So that it all depended on that as well.
James says, how long were you in? I did 7 years. JP asks, what time about to tune in tomorrow? Also, would you shout out to all subs and Facebook friends? Or are you guys happy to keep it in this small with friends?
I'm super happy to keep it small because, as you can see, I'm still getting used to all this. Don't know what time tomorrow. Depends on how tonight goes. What time we go to bed.
We want to get to probably the other place that we're going to go tomorrow before we do it again.
Yeah, and hopefully we have. What we love about being right here is we have wonderful cell phone service. It'll depend on our connection tomorrow as well.
James says, damn, that's great. What did you do in the service, James? F&T said, thanks for your service. He did 20 and have 2 boys, both with over 23 years currently. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's really cool. He was a jet mechanic.
Even better.
That's a very good skill.
Yeah. So James has told me a little bit more about his story than, because we've been interacting through comments, and there might be some that you haven't read. Also, you guys, I want you to know this as well. When you're watching our channel and you respond and then I respond to you, it's a little bit more difficult to see if you actually responded again. It has something to do with the way our filters are set up. So you'll say something, I'll say something back, and I'm super excited to hear from it, to respond to it, and then you'll say something back. I actually have to go to the video and see that response in order to respond again, if that makes sense. YouTube is weird. I don't know what's going on. I can't see it. So hey, I'm just gonna sit here and smile at you. Jim's refilling his cup. It's about to get fun probably a little bit later here when we light a fire. But I need food. I'm a little bit, because I haven't eaten. Oh. Okay. Yeah, James kept on flying. So I see it up there before. I entered the military, got to see a lot of the world. Hard to believe I've been retired for 27 years. Flies by, doesn't it? James, what are you doing right now to keep you busy? After you retired, what did you do? because I worry about him retiring.
Says he works in IT.
Nice. I could use you. I suck at computers. Seriously, I know nothing about them. I was actually trying to talk to my class the other day, probably about a month ago, about how the cloud works. It's a mystery to me. I get that it was databases and all this stuff, but I don't know if I've told you guys that I teach. Anyway, I was teaching a class and we were talking about the cloud, and it's a big mystery to me.
He said they're very easy.
The clouds are easy? Or computers are easy? I work better with words. I'll be back.
Jim says you guys are young, so it'll be a while before you both retire. Actually, James, I'm only a couple of years before I'm eligible to retire, so it's not that far away from us, really, at this point.
He hasn't hit 45 yet. He has the ability to retire early after his years of federal service, currently in federal service. His phone has been blowing up all day. Did you put it on mute?
Yep.
Okay. And then I think it's time for him to take a break, but I'll probably keep working. We may retire from our jobs, but we're going to still find something to do.
And we do teach part-time also.
Yeah.
But
We're both business instructors. I'm not sure if we mentioned that in other videos, but we both teach. He teaches the math side of things. I teach the English and HR side of things. Currently, Jim is teaching labor and unions, if you're interested in any of that.
JP said, when you retire, buy a Winnebago Travel. Oh, do that already.
We bought it now because when we retire, we want to have it mostly paid off.
Yeah, that way we're ready to hit the road and we don't have so much over our heads.
We, if you have seen our other videos about financially how we made this happen, they were kind of vague, but we want to make sure that when retirement time comes, that we don't have this. You're right, it is hot here. Thank you for turning that down. I'm getting like slumpy. We want to make sure that we have most of this paid off and we can hit the road with a little bit of financial stability. And I think we'll plan on continuing to work. I don't know exactly how. I enjoy teaching. I also enjoy my current job.
And we enjoy doing things remote too. So.
Yeah, YouTube is definitely not something that we got into as a financial thing. It's not. It pays for our gas.
If that.
Yeah. We do appreciate, though, the people who reach out to us and offer us sponsorship. And that's always really fun because we like to sponsor the products that we enjoy using, and we try to do it very subtly because we wouldn't sponsor anything that we don't actually like.
Amazing, so well insulated as it's 20.
I didn't get that. You have to read it.
Amazing, so well insulated as it's 20.
20 degrees, you mean? Like how insulated it is in here? Yes, it got hot. He had it on just about 60 degrees, and I'm burning up. It's very well insulated.
Justin and Christina RV van life just popped on. Hi, Justin and Christina. Hope
Okay.
you guys are doing well.
Justin and Christina, you guys are one of our favorites, so thank you so much for coming in today. We've just been rambling about nothing.
You haven't missed anything.
No, we talked a little bit about our personal lives a little bit. We talked about how things are going in Alaska, and yeah, we're just hanging out here waiting for the sun to disappear. We're gonna light a fire here pretty soon to make dinner. How are you guys doing over there in Canada? I know that our borders are closed now. We talked a little bit about that.
FNTS, did you make it a Four Seasons rig with all the insulation you added? It is definitely a Four Seasons rig right now.
Yeah.
We still have a little bit more insulation to add on the front half of the van, but
Right here. Okay, let me show you. This part hasn't been done yet, and down here we haven't done over there or the front. All of our insulation has been in the back, and we're okay with it. Sorry. Last time I almost dialed 911, so I just want to make sure that, okay. All the insulation that we've done has been in the back. There's parts that we could focus on, such as underneath the bathroom. We did the pantry. I think that it started out as a Four Seasons van or an All Seasons van. It's just we made it better.
James asks, how's the carpet you laid down doing?
Do you want to see?
It's doing great, actually.
Yeah.
Without the carpet being where it is, our feet would be super cold when we jumped up in the morning. It definitely helps insulate from the floor.
And as you know, I know nothing about installing carpet. I'll show you how it's going, okay? It's good. Still looks good. I still have my boots on inside. Our goal was to not wear our shoes inside, but it's a real pain in the ass, pain in the butt to take our shoes on and off, because I like to go outside. In fact, half the day today we had the door open because we wanted the fresh air. This social distancing and being isolated and all that crap is, I need fresh air.
Can you feel the cold in those areas? Yes, in the areas that we haven't insulated, we can feel the cold. But if you've noticed, we do drop a blanket down that separates the cab from the rest of the van, so that seriously helps.
These windows up here, you can kind of feel the cold coming in a little bit. I don't feel cold right now. I'm wearing a hat because my hair's a mess. But we are warm. Jim just had to turn the heat down to 50 something, 53, 58, somewhere between 50 and 60. And we can feel it, but it's not bad. I hear a lot of people complaining about drafts and stuff like that. I feel like a home has drafts as well.
And we have covers for the windows for the summertime, but in the wintertime it causes so much condensation up there. If you put the shades up in there, it's a lot easier just to put the blanket, and then we avoid all that condensation.
Wow.
Justin and Christina said it warmed up here. It was 53 Fahrenheit today here in Montreal. And rained, so a lot of the snow melted.
Yay.
Looking forward to spring at Wings and Wheels, Alaska. We're looking forward to spring too. We feel like it's kind of becoming spring right now. It's been in the high 30s, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow, but then it gets right back into the high 30s again. So
It was 41 today. It was really nice.
James asks, where does Jim sleep? Seeing that you don't want to get too close. With Ember?
That's a good one. So I have this weighted blanket that I tend to wrap myself up in like a burrito. And Jim sleeps on his side of the bed, and I sleep on mine, and we just are staying like this, kind of. And the only reason is because of my job.
F&T said, I'm going nuts without hockey. So am I.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad not being able to look forward to the cup.
What do you think will happen with football?
Oh, who knows?
That I would go nuts without. Hockey I could do without.
We watched the playoffs.
The playoffs, but I can never see where the puck is, so it moves a little bit too fast for me. If you haven't noticed, like, you'll ask a question and I'll sit and stop to think about it, and he's already on to like 4 questions later. My brain works a little bit slower than most people's, I think.
JP said, you guys have made it feel like I'll take a walk later around the complex. No one will be around.
JP, just get out, take a walk.
Get some fresh air.
Take a drive.
Just avoid the people.
Well, don't go kissing anybody or shaking their hands or, all that, but you can still get out. I think that you need to detach yourself a little bit from the news and social media. We like to check in on it every now and then, but don't let this stop you from living your life. Believe me, I'm out there on the front lines during the week, and it hasn't stopped me from living my life.
F&T said, I hear those weighted blankets are good.
They aren't good, or they are?
They are.
They are amazing. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, the best gift that Jim ever got me was a weighted blanket. I deal with a little bit of anxiety, and I have a hard time sleeping at night. And once he bought me that weighted blanket, they used it medically before they actually started producing them for the general public, I guess is a good way to put it. And as soon as I wrap myself up in that, I just feel immediately at peace. My weighted blanket is 20 pounds, which is kind of heavy, but I feel secure.
Terry said, you just want to make sure you don't say the wrong things.
Who, me? Is that what? Yeah, you're right, Terry.
We don't want to shoot too much from the hip. Sometimes I do.
Yeah. Oh, so, okay, James, so you think that a weighted blanket, when it says 20 pounds, you think that it feels heavy? It really doesn't. It feels more soft and enveloping. It's one of those things that you just have to try.
I don't like being strapped down either, James.
You're not strapped down. You can still move.
James said, my winter temps here in Perth average 60 during the day and 40 at night. Well, your nighttime is our daytime.
Right. You get to go out and enjoy the sunshine today. James, what are you going to do today?
Mom said, I'm with Jim.
Who said that?
Your mom.
On the weighted blanket? You haven't tried it. It's amazing.
James said, going for a walk near the beach.
Good. I'm proud of you. Get out. Go for a walk. Do something. The weighted blanket doesn't feel like you're being smothered, and believe me, I thought that until I got it, and I put it on, and it was just amazing. It's almost dark.
Yep.
I think we should light a fire soon.
JP said, James is in Perth. I find Aussie ladies are friendly, affable, and giggly. James says, JP, they're very expensive too.
Oh my god. That's like Hawaii. I guess any island.
Should we light a fire?
Okay. Should we go outside?
I know.
I guess we just decided we're gonna light a fire and go outside for a little bit. I have some stuff that we're gonna use to light the fire, and yeah, let's do it. Hey, babe. You
Yeah, I
got
got
to-
my hands.
So this is the, yeah, Jim thinking he's being funny. I have a better idea. So I think my mom came in here tonight to join us, and she will tell you that when I was growing up, one of the things I loved to do was play with fire. Fire is one of my favorite things. So Mom, if you're still in there, you can tell them how much I love fire. actually have marshmallows. We should probably do some s'mores. But I can't read what they're saying, so I have no idea what you guys are saying right now. Jim kind of wandered away from me.
Terry said weighted blankets must be a woman thing. My daughter has one like that. And Jim and the other guy don't like the idea. Neither do I.
It's not the idea about the weighted blanket. You can't knock it until you try it. I don't think that most men kind of deal with, though, the things that women do, so.
James says if you go to the pub for a drink, it costs $11 for my Captain Coke, about $8. Oh, and about $8 for a beer.
Okay, so James, that was one of the things that we were researching, and we saw how expensive alcohol was there. And that could be a game changer for us.
James asks, does your mother ever go camping?
My mom has not been camping with us in a while. I made her a promise that I would take her on a trip together, and we plan on doing that this summer.
Hi ZX2 4me.
Hi ZX, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Said hello from New Hampshire.
ZX, we're just hanging out. I just wanted to make a fire.
His mom says no, I don't go camping.
Well, I think her and I in the van would do well together. I want to take her down to Homer. Kenai Moon, people we have become friends with in Soldotna, she wants to do a girls trip this summer with all of us, including you, Mom. And I think we'd have a good time.
All the snow is gone in New Hampshire. It's spring.
Well, lucky you, it's spring in New Hampshire. I'm jealous.
James says, with the exchange rate, you'd have a great time in Australia. $1 Australian dollar is worth 57 US cents.
Well, that changes things a little bit.
That would definitely make it more fun.
So our plan is to rent a van there like a lot of people do and travel around Australia, but then all the fires started happening and it changed up our plans a little bit.
Good thing, Christine. Nice talk.
Right? I'm pretty good.
James said a girls' weekend sounds great. I'm sure you guys would have a great time. I don't know what I would do, but
You'd be like Tim Kim. You just have to like hang out in the background.
James said the fires are out now. East Coast had a massive amount of rain and put them all out. That's great to hear.
So right now I really am basically just getting rid of this box because I don't want to throw it away. And I like playing with fire.
ZX, how are you doing in New Hampshire?
Yeah, how's everything in New Hampshire? Probably the same. I think right now it's kind of the same all over the world.
Justin and Christine, I hope you guys are being safe there in Canada.
We haven't heard any reports of how things are going in Canada with all this craziness.
Yeah, it said great, no toilet paper.
Yeah.
We actually found some the other day.
Yeah, I'll show you what I found. Hold on. RV toilet paper. If you are shopping for toilet paper, go to the RV section at your store because there was at least 50 or 60 rolls. I know it's not the most comfortable stuff to wipe your butt with, but nobody has really thought about going out and buying RV toilet paper. And the last time we did a live, somebody suggested it, and look what we got. This will last us quite a while.
Justin Christine said, we are asked to stay home for the next 2 weeks. Schools are closed, and so are places like gyms and movie theaters, although we are not missing places.
Justin and Christine were going through the same thing. Schools closed here through May 1st. All public facilities are closed, and that's one of the reasons why we're out here.
Australia does seem to be massive. We look forward to going down there at some point.
I don't even know what time it is.
James said, one thing you don't want to do is drive at night. The kangaroos are lined up on both sides of the road and the jungle kangaroos.
Kind of like moose up here, right? Or worse. So Justin and Christina, this is where we're at right now.
Justin, Christina, 1 more month until the first baby son arrives. Congratulations!
What? That's pretty awesome. Have you picked a name yet? Embers. Yes, you're right. So you probably just made the connection between my love for fire, a red lab, and embers. Jim still needs to make dinner.
Joanne said, hello, watching
Hi,
you guys from
Joanne.
the Philippines.
The Philippines, that's awesome. So Joanne, we are, have you watched us before? I'm not quite sure, but Out in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, enjoying being away from people, lighting a fire, enjoying our van, having fun talking to you. $24 million in the entire country. Oh, kangaroos? I missed that. Welcome from the Philippines. How are things going over there for you? I'm sure it's a lot warmer. Michael, that's a beautiful name. I'm sure there's a reason behind it too. 24 million people? Ew. So I would say that considering we just made this fire in the snow, we did a pretty good job. You watch these videos of people who spend, I don't know, 20 minutes, you watch them making a fire. That took me like 30 seconds. And the reason why I like it is because I want to be out here and stay warm. I also like the smell of it, the sound of it. There's nothing more peaceful. Jim's battery is going low, and I think it's because we're outside. Let's go back inside. Look, I even have toilet paper on the bed. I don't know how that happened. Right. This is our friend. And then my journal, some of our camera equipment, and a mess back here. Okay. You gotta talk because I have to take care of Izzy's.
Well, I think we're about to call it a night, guys.
Who's that? Us, yeah.
Yeah. So that we can cook some dinner. We appreciate all of you that tuned in.
I can't tell you how hungry I am right now. I love that you guys are able to interact with each other and interact with us and just spend some time tonight hanging out with us and getting to know each other a little bit better. This was fun. I know it was late, and hopefully we can change that in the future. We just have so much going on during the day right now. We're just happy to be here. But I need food.
Have a great evening, and we will see you soon.
Okay. Bye, guys. You be safe as well. I don't know how to turn it off, so I'll sit here and smile at you.